Today we're going to talk about what to do when there's a creepy person stalking you and taking pictures of you while you're in your apartment. This question was asked by Iris. Thank you, Iris, for asking this question. Her situation is this. For the last 2 months, she has this person, she lives on the ground floor apartment, and she has a boy, this man, who she doesn't know, always comes around at specific times, knowing when she is at home, and tries to take pictures of her from the outside through the window, looking inside. And she tries to keep all her shutters and blinds and curtains and everything closed so that he can't really see her, but he tries really hard and he lingers around a lot. And this has really scared her and she doesn't really know what to do. And I really want to speak to Iris here, of course, but also to everybody else watching this to give you some amazing, easy solutions and tactics that you can do right now to help you impact your life and empower you and make you feel safe and confident today. So there's a couple pieces to this problem. The first thing is Iris actually asked, hey, I think my only solution really here is to leave this apartment and go live somewhere else so that this person may not follow me and won't really know where I am at. Now there's a couple issues with the solution. One is that when you do that, when you don't do something about any problem at hand and you just take defeat and say, I can't do anything about this, it's not in my control, this is really bad, unfortunately, and you just don't work towards solving it, any problem, it could be a math problem, it could be anything, then what we're doing is disempowering ourselves and telling us that in our head, telling ourselves that we can't do this. So we continue to live life that way. We continue to say and think that, I can't do this either. Well, I can't be in a relationship. Well, I can't live with my parents. Well, I can't get those kind of grades and I can't get that kind of a job. And we're constantly living in negative self-talk and not accomplishing anything in life. So it does translate to a much bigger picture. And what's the quality of life now? Not very great. Leaves us very disempowered because we are not achieving anything we want to. So it's going to leave you very disempowered, and I don't want that for you. So that's not a great solution, to just not do anything and escape and run away. The second problem with this is that whoever replaces you, let's say it is a girl, well, he's not going to know and he's going to continue the behavior, especially if she's still a young girl like you. So you have not really solved the problem, you have just left somebody else to deal with that problem. So that's not a great issue for her either. And here's the third kicker. You don't know for sure that this person isn't going to stalk you to your new place. Let's say you find something 5 miles or 10 kilometers away. He might see, oh, there's a moving truck. Oh, this person's moving. I'm going to take my bike or car or whatever and see where she moved to, so now I can stalk her in the new place. Okay, you might not live in the ground floor. You might now live in a second or some floor. He might still find a way to get there. So you never know. And he might just wait for you to get out of your building and maybe harass you or, do something more. You know why this is a very high possibility? Here's why. And this is also when people follow you on the street, right? It applies in other scenarios too, when you have an aggressive coworker. There is a prey-predator relationship. When you or anybody as a victim on the victim side establishes that, oh, I see a threat, but I'm going to run away. Now you've made this person the lion and you've made yourself the deer. So you're going to run, and guess what the lion's instinct is? Oh, that's my prey. Let's go run and catch it. And so this has happened to me when I was in Alaska and I was going to visit a park, a national park. They said, you're going to spot bears and that's okay. And I said, no, that's not okay. But they said, don't panic. Here's the key. When you see a bear, do not run away. Stand your ground. Because if you do run away, the bear will think, wait, if that is running away, then I'm supposed to chase that and kill that and eat that or whatever, okay? And so that's scary. And even here, when I go on walks and stuff where I live, there's a lot of natural preserves and a lot of, those areas that there's coyotes and other things. And so I literally saw a sign here one day that said, if you spot a coyote, do not run. Stand your ground, make yourself a big person, scream, and just shove your hands up and down, go, ah, okay? So you make yourself as the alpha and the coyote runs away. So this is true with animal interactions, and guess what? Humans are animals. We have some of those instincts. So if you run away, first he knows, She spotted me probably. That's why she's suddenly moving, because I know she's only been living here a few months. Nobody moves after a few months. This is great, which means she spotted me and she chose to do nothing. She's an easy victim. Awesome. I'm going to find out where she's going. And I don't even have, she's probably not going to live in the ground floor apartment, obviously. And if she does live in a second or third floor, that's also going to confirm my belief that she's running away because of me. So it's perfect. Now I don't have to stand outside and take pictures of her. I can just grab her in an alley. So now I'm going to stalk her. Oh, there she is. She's moving to a new place. Oh, and now I know where she lives. Oh, she lives high up above. That's okay. I know her routine when she comes and goes. I know exactly when to grab her, and then who knows what happens after that. So the third problem is you've given him the chance to escalate his behavior and to do something worse. So that's horrible, and we don't want to do that. Nobody wants that for you. Okay, so what can we do about it? There's a couple easy solutions, and I'm just going to walk you through one possible scenario and what you can do. First of all, call the cops. Now, I did do my research, which is why it took me a little bit of time to do this video. And in the city you live in France, they have a Facebook page, the police. They don't have a website. So I sent a message on their Facebook page, and hopefully they can understand English. I'm sure they do. And on their Facebook page, there was a link to the city hall, I believe. And so I used a translator to translate the whole page in English, and I couldn't send a message to the police, but I sent a message to the mayor's office asking, both on Facebook message and an email to the mayor asking, hey, I have a student who has this issue where a guy is taking pictures of her. Is this a crime she can call and report? And I'm still waiting for the answer, but I still wanted to make a video anyway, just to say, call the cops. I don't see that being an issue. I read that you can call emergency services, which in France is dialing 112, and that you can talk to somebody and they can direct you to either the police department or the fire department or some other department, I don't know. Or you can directly call the police by dialing 17, I believe. Don't take my word for it. You live there, you know who to call. So even if you don't want to dial 17 and call the police directly, dial 112 and call emergency services. We don't really exactly have that here. It's just 911 for us in the US, okay? And it directly goes to police and they take it from there. So do that, call them, tell them this is going on. That's the minimum you're gonna do, okay? And guess what? They might say, sorry, we can't help you with that issue or something or the other. What is the worst thing that could happen? That, right? They'll say, yeah, sorry, this is not an issue we can help you with. Which I'll be really surprised if they say that. It's a threat. This is a criminal activity that you're reporting. But that's the worst thing that can happen. So what's the big deal? You have nothing to lose by calling. It's not that cops will show up and beat you or hurt you. Is that even possible? Think about it. So if you're really scared to call the cops, rationale with you in your head a little bit. And from what I understand, I'm gonna say this, you don't seem like a Muslim or a hijabi, so that's not a level of fear that might actually cause you to not call the cops. So then that's another thing. Oh, I'm just a normal, everyday French citizen, so I still don't have the fear. I'm not a minority here or whatever, right? So rationale with your head and say, I can do this. I know calling the cops sounds scary, but that just doesn't make sense. So let's do this. Here's another thing. Get support from your friends, okay? Do you have one or two other, at least two, minimum two other girl friends or guy friends, doesn't matter, who you can have come over and support you, okay? So what you're gonna do is take it to the next level if you can. What that means is next time he comes around, open those curtains, open those blinds and shutters and curtains, take a picture with your phone, just like that, right? I mean, here's your phone, and you're just gonna have him see directly at you. You're taking a picture of him, and maybe while that's happening, you dial the number, turn your phone and say, haha, look, there you go. I'm actually dialing the cops, and actually start talking to the cops while he stares at you. And you know what this is gonna do? It's gonna freak him out. He's gonna think, whoa, since when did girls have so much courage, right? Now, when you do this, you can do it alone because you're still in a safety space. You don't think that he could break through the window and come in, right? And do go through, follow through, and call the cops. Do not make it an empty threat. It's super important. So go ahead, call the cops right after. Now, you can do this while you're alone, but if that's a really hard step for you, invite your friends to be with you there so that that person can see your friends are there too. He can't do anything stupid like open the window or break the window, okay, if you fear that's a possibility. And here's the final step. If you still couldn't deter him, and if the cops are taking too long or they said they can't help you and now you're on your own, This is like the worst case scenario. The final thing, what are you gonna do now? Most of us don't end up there. The chances that he's not gonna be scared and the cops aren't gonna help you are very low. 10% or less, really. Actually, even less than that. But let's just say you think it's a very high chance. I'm saying 10%. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna use these two beautiful instruments that are gonna really help you. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that you have a pan and that you have a pot lying around in your kitchen. So here's what you're really gonna do, okay? You're gonna still have your friends come over and each of them are gonna grab one of these with two hands, okay? And before you charge out, you're gonna show him through the glass. He knows you're calling the cops. He's still not deterred. Okay, here you go, my friend. He sees it and now you're going out of the door, all three of you. Let's not make it two people because, a person has two hands. And again, I'm looking at the worst case scenario, which is not very likely, but it's possible. So I want to create a scenario that is just no way that it's not going to work. That's why three people is the minimum. Okay, that works. Because even if he grabs one person with one hand and another person with another, well, what is he going to do? Create a third hand? No, the third person can get him, okay? Whack him in the head. But, you're not going to hit him in the head. That's not your intention. Your intention is to scare him away. In the US, if you initiate a physical assault to a person who wasn't doing a physical assault, then you're going to go to prison. Okay, so I don't know how it is in France. If it's the same thing, you're going to get in trouble. So do not hit him. Please do not. But you're going to scare him away. You're going to take back control. Prey predator? Oh yeah, let me see who's prey and let me see who's predator now. Okay, you're not going to become the predator, but the defender, okay? So he'll hold it with two hands. You're gonna go out of your apartment. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm gonna look like an idiot, but this is the fun part. All three of you or more are gonna hold a utensil. And if you don't have enough pots and pans at home, tell your friends, hey, bring a pot or pan. Bring the heaviest thing you have that you can hold with two hands. Or maybe something that has the most impact or whatever. Get creative. I just picked this because this is great. This hurts and it's not that heavy. Heavy, but not that. And I can hold it very well with two hands, okay? But whatever you have at home. And you say, everybody, we're just going to charge out. So you charge out, right, towards him. Go, ah! Okay. This is probably the silliest video I've ever made. But this is fun. Now, when you do that, imagine, what is this person going to think? Whoa, I have 3, 4, 5 people running at me with kitchen utensils. That's going to hurt. He's going to run. Do you really think he's going to come back again for you? You've moved out 1 month later. Do you think he's going to come back for another girl who lives there? He might try, but he's already been put to, whoa, man, girls these days are crazy. I didn't even expect that to happen. Now he's gonna have a little bit of fear, which is good because that's what you did. Now, of course, if it gets physical and, you're a little bit scared about that, then highly encourage take some self-defense classes and you can take it online. You don't have to take it in person. I don't believe in in-person self-defense classes, okay? And if you watch my masterclass, the link is below or in the bio on Instagram, my profile page, then you'll see why I don't believe in in-person classes. So I'm not going to go into detail in this video. But online classes work really well too because you can practice with friends and anytime you want to. So just take a couple classes. What do you do when somebody grabs your hair or wrist or this or that or a whole bunch of scenarios so that when you face somebody, you know exactly what's going to happen. You know exactly how to take this person down. So no fear there either. But you don't need that yet. Right? All you really need is call the cops, get your friends, open the shutter, face him. Tell him, I'm going to call the cops, right? Look bold. What is he going to do? Break the window? Well, what is he going to do after he breaks the window? Because you still have friends who are going to help you with equipment, instruments, weapons ready to defend you and themselves. And yeah, final step, charge out, going, ah! Even if you look crazy, especially if you look crazy, it's gonna scare him away. And when the cops show up, here, sir, I have a picture of this person. This is what he looks like, or maybe it wasn't a clear picture. Okay, no big deal. That's fine. Well, at least you have some information for the cops, and maybe you could, whatever. So these are the couple steps that you can take for yourself and your safety. And don't sit still. Don't be scared. Fear is what is our enemy. That's what helps other person and attackers become stronger. So I really encourage you to take action and let me know how it goes, even if it's just making that one phone call. And if you, like I said, want to learn any more, please go ahead and attend the masterclass. You're going to learn a lot there. It's free, it's 1 hour long. And if you have any such questions like Iris, thank you very much for asking your questions. If you have other questions, in the description box below, there's instructions on how you can reach out to me with your specific issue, and I'm going to create a video about it on how you can tackle it. So have fun, my friends, and I will see you next time. Congratulations on gifting yourself this powerful knowledge. I challenge you today to share this video with one friend who can gain immense value from it. Check out our free masterclass that will teach you how to be confident on the street, be strong in relationships, and successful at work. Links in the description.